Hello, everyone. I am your host. I am Jessica Koch, and this is Profound Professionals. We are an interview series that has been running for almost 8 years. Can you believe it? You do believe it because you know what? You have been following us and liking and sharing and helping spread the word and all of these inspiring industry experts from all over the world. You have been lifting up and been sharing with others who needed to hear their message. So thank you for that. We interview industry experts who can help improve your personal life or grow your business. And today we have two amazing, very handsome gentlemen for our guest today. We have Charlie. He is a professional with Aspergers, bringing joy and laughter and helping you achieve your goals using his YouTube channel and other ways. So he is helping the world improve. And Jessper is a team building and leadership trainer. He helps leaders grow. And really, if your team is stuck and they're not connecting well, Jessper is the guy for you. So, Jessper, we're going to start with you. How did you get into leadership training?
Absolutely. I just remember an early memory that my mother had of me. I don't remember when it was, but she remembers me saying, "When I grow up, I want to be a leader." I don't remember when I said that. I'm guessing maybe I was 5 or 6. But the strange part is, even if I was 5 or 6, I was an introvert. At that age, I even if I thought about leadership, what would I want to do with it? But over time, I realized a lot of leadership opportunities just fell into my lap. When I went to college, I joined new student orientation. It seemed like a really cool opportunity to show new students around campus. And then I joined student government. After I graduated, I was quickly promoted within my first year in my first job.
Wow.
And serving on a leadership role, it's just giving me different thoughts and insights on how to lead other people. After several years, I decided to go back to school and get my executive master's degree in leadership.
Wow.
And then, of course, just learning more and more. And then after graduating, I landed a management development program with a Fortune 500 company. And that's just given me more insights. So just with everything I learned, I decided to take the best practices, help other leaders grow, and
I love
show
that.
the best ways to move forward.
And I love that how our panel expert series goes is the universe puts us together in the groups that we really need to be in. And Charlie and Jessper never met before, and they are landed on this interview together. And I think it's beautiful because Charlie, share with us your background. I think there's such a nice compliment here of what you guys are doing, the leadership growth that Jessper has, and the challenges that you have overcome that you should be so proud of, Charlie. Share with us a little bit about your background.
Yeah, I am. I have my notes written down. I am a professional with Aspergers, so I'm kind of I'm an introverted too. So I pretty much I kind of have a hard time like talking to people, but that doesn't really make me down. I just kind of just I keep my feet up and just I work hard even if I go through challenges. I went through programs like Job Corps, and I got my IT certification.
Wow.
So after that, now I'm going to online school to get my degree, get my bachelor's, master's. So I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Get more certifications. And I've definitely gotten more programs. Just
so you haven't let these challenges stop you. And you grab hold. What I'm so inspired by you is you grabbed hold and developed a YouTube channel to bring laughter, joy, and help people achieve their goals in it. Tell us just a little bit about that.
Pretty much I kind of like post like just videos that I like to create, not just making people happy, but just like putting my skills out. And I think if I want to put myself out there, I gotta show myself to the world. I think people are watching this.
Yes.
But if you want to go and check out my channel, you should definitely do that. That would be great because
Yeah.
that would definitely help.
That's wonderful. We're going to come back to you in a minute, Charlie.
Great.
Jessper, tell us a little bit about your ideal customer and kind of what their journey and experience is.
Absolutely. Before I mention that, I want to say that with Charlie's work, it just reminded me of a phrase that I've heard before, that if you're not laughing, you're not living. And Charlie's work is just breathing life into others. So appreciate the work you're doing, Charlie. And for the clients I'm working with, it is for HR leaders and corporate trainers. What I do is I help leaders and managers build stronger teams through team building activities, leadership development trainings, and executive coaching. And then I can go further into that throughout this interview. So I have a lot more to share.
Yeah, no, tell us a little bit more about that. So when you hear about team building, my exercises, the first thing you think of is everybody doing that trust exercise and fainting into each other's arms. But I have a feeling it's a little more extensive than that. So give us a bit more of a picture of what that looks like.
Absolutely. So I strive to make my activities more relevant. I just remember there was one time when I was introducing myself to a business coach. I told him, I'm doing some team building and leadership training. And this coach at first laughed. I was like, oh, interesting. Then I wanted to dig further. Okay, tell me more. And he said, Jessper, during my time, I've worked with leadership trainers and I've had some bad experiences. Oh, tell me more. And then he told me, well, when I've hired some trainers, they would do some outrageous things, trust falls, kicking, screaming, cheers. How is it relevant to the workplace? And then that's when I realized, yes, that's why I jumped into this field, because I have different types of programs that'll really open up conversation. So employees and supervisors, managers have these direct conversations about how they can apply what they've learned into the workplace.
Now, can you give us an example of one of those?
Yes. So I remember there was one time I had a jigsaw puzzle. I flipped everything upside down so they couldn't see the image. But the purpose of it was to get people to solve a problem. Even if the answer is not there, if they work together, they'll figure some way to put everything together. And that's very relevant to the workplace.
Right.
We don't always have the answers, but when we, put our heads together, we'll get closer to the solution.
Yeah, I love defining what normal people might call problems or challenges or obstacles as puzzles instead, because puzzles are fun and solvable, and people will go out and buy a puzzle. Not too many people on the market for a problem, and paying money for them, not that I know of anyway. So I love that. Do you just work with corporations, or do you do entrepreneurs and group coaching, or so you do serve that market as well?
I do. So I do one-on-one coaching. What I'll do is I will have an assessment, because I believe self-awareness gives leaders, managers, people I work with a better understanding of how they function in the workplace, but personally and professionally. And then what I'll do is I'll have follow-up conversations so they can get a better understanding of how they can serve better and a better understanding of how they can be more effective.
That's wonderful.
And more productive.
Wonderful. Now, Charlie, with your YouTube channel, with other people who have things to and puzzles to solve and obstacles to overcome, like you have, I mean, you have achieved things. You're taking certifications. You're completing courses. You've started a YouTube channel. What's a tip that you would give everyone out there watching who might be facing some of the same struggles that you've overcome? What tip could you give them that might help them out?
Yeah, well, I will give you a tip if you want to get through your exams and the material. And I kind of figured this out on my own. So when I was in classes and when I was in high school, I would see people taking notes. It's like, why are they taking notes? And it's like, now I do it by myself. It's like, that's when my head clicked in. So it helps when you memorize things. So I did my research, And it's actually true. It helps memorize things.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think about it, I can actually use that skill to learn any skill.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pretty awesome. But
Really is.
definitely, my tip is just know that you always are going to face challenges,
Mm-hmm.
but just know that you'll get somewhere. You'll get somewhere in life.
That's wonderful. I
Keep
love
your head
that.
up and you get through it.
That's right. And that is a great tip. And the other thing to know about writing things down is I feel like it also puts a statement out into the universe, saying them out loud also, and saying them to others, and having accountability partners and memorization. Those are all really wonderful ways for us to help achieve our goals, learn new skills. That's fabulous advice, Charlie. How about you, Jessper? Do you have a tip that people watching, whether they're managing a full team or they're a solopreneur and they're trying to, grow into further leadership, leading their clients, adding new team members in the future as their goal? What are some leadership tips you could give us?
So my tip is obvious, but the impact is profound. And I know that's a key word in this interview series, profound.
Right.
But
Profound professional.
I encourage everyone to find a mentor, no matter where you are in life. Even if you reach high levels of success, there's still so much more you can learn. So find a mentor who can really take you to the next level or give you a different perspective in understanding how the world works. And for those of you tuning in, you might be thinking, well, I already have a mentor. Well, my other tip is be a mentor. There are people who could learn from your perspective, and everyone has a lot to share and teach. And you might be thinking, well, if I become a mentor, I don't have the time for it. And you don't have to make it formal or complex. You can give a 15-minute conversation once a quarter to someone who could really benefit from your advice.
And I think that's something beautiful that you're doing right now, Charlie. You really are being a mentor and an example to other people with Asperger's or other challenges in that space, because you're showing them that anyone can do it, that it is possible, that they can believe in themselves too. And I think that's a really beautiful thing, Charlie. So tell us, Charlie, about a cause that you care about.
A cause. I think I definitely support. I definitely support people that have hard times. Depression. Because that definitely is a thing that everybody's struggling about. I know there's like homeless people around.
Yes.
But definitely if someone is asking like, hey, what's the time, and I'll just tell them what the time is. If someone wants some money, then I'll give him $1.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, you gotta really you gotta be kind to people. It doesn't matter if they're not successful. Just be kind. So
I love that. And one of the things we've started since the very beginning, from the very first episode, is we've always featured and shared causes close to our guests' hearts. So if you're watching, now's the time. Hit that share button. We might inspire someone out there just because you've hit share to look into a cause in their community that supports homelessness, look into a cause that supports mental health care in their community. They might give time, treasure, or talent, or they might just be kind to someone today, all because you hit that share button. Jessper, share with us the cause that you care about.
Yes, for the past decade, I've been an active member of an organization called Junior Chamber International. It's a nonprofit that provides leadership development opportunities for emerging leaders under the age of 40 through community service. Many chapters around the world, and we are international, they put together their own community events, and members will get to learn how to put a budget together, how to lead other people, how to recruit volunteers. And I just remember having a conversation with someone who was a little bit older and told me, Jessper, you are so blessed, because when I was growing up, I couldn't find something like that. And leadership for young people, that's just so needed right now. And for those of you tuning in, if you know anyone under the age of 40 who could grow as a leader, take a look at Junior Chamber International. And again, we are all over the world.
That may be a really great resource for you also to share on your YouTube channel, Charlie, with others following you.
Yeah.
Many of them, anyone under 40 who can get support and leadership and mentoring and training, that would be outstanding and fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. And just remember, awareness is a way you support causes. So make a post, do a shout out, jump on your own live, tell people about the causes you care about, inspire someone to either know about and use it because they need it, or share it with someone else they know who needs it, or make them say, hey, wait, I've got a cause I care about. Let me do a shout out too. This kind of energy is contagious, and this is why I include it in our segment. Charlie, tell us about the book or author that inspired your personal life or helped you grow your business. Do you have one?
Yes, I do. One of them, and this author definitely has a couple books out there. His name is David Goggins. If you have not heard about him, go check him out. Fantastic man. He's just an incredible man. He definitely went so much struggles. Yeah, he's an author. But one of the books is Can't Hurt Me, Master Your Mind and Defy the Odds. And what an incredible book. It's
That sounds great.
incredible. It's before he he was very chubby, and he had to get through that, and he just didn't like it. Before he was like spraying cockroaches, and it wasn't good. So he went to the Navy SEALs, and he improved himself, and now look where he's at.
And that is all tied into and has a big piece to do with mindset. So I think that's a fantastic author and book examples to share. It's all about what's between our ears and how we think about things that help us achieve and overcome great obstacles and do great things. Jessper, share with us a book that inspired your personal life or helped you grow your business.
Absolutely. First off, the book that Charlie shared, one of my favorite books as well. It just shows that people really can transform to just better heights in their lives. The book I want to share is Success Built to Last by Jerry Porras. He's a Stanford professor, and he was also the co-author of Built to Last with Jim Collins. And in that book, Built to Last, they talked about successful organizations. For Success Built to Last, Jerry Porras talks about success on the individual level. And he mentions two things. The first thing he mentions is that it's really important to follow your passion. If you don't follow your passion, you're going to burn out. You're going to go through the motions. You're going to realize you lived a life that just wasn't very meaningful. On the other hand, if you want to create a life that matters, follow your passion, because that'll lead you to joy and happiness. And the second thing he mentions in the book is he's done a lot of research for the book, and he's interviewed successful people. And what I mean by successful is Olympians, entrepreneurs, Nobel Prize winners. And he gave them a statement and was asking to what degree did they agree with it. And the statement was, I learn more from my failure than I learn from my successes. I learn more from my failure than I learn more from my successes. And overwhelmingly, the successful people really, really agreed with that statement. So if there are moments in your life where you're tripping over and falling on your face, rest assured, it's part of the journey to becoming successful. And he mentions losers call it failure, winners call it learning.
Yeah, it's all about mindset. It goes right back to how you think about a thing. Sometimes a challenge can be an opportunity, and a puzzle can be fun and solvable, so those are just mindset things. I love that. So I have loved having these industry experts on with us today. I hope you loved learning that from them. If you're watching and you're thinking, wait, I'm an industry expert, I can help improve someone's personal life or grow their business, I should be on the show, I'm going to totally agree with you. Reach out to us and my team will help you get you scheduled so that we can feature you. Now, if you are an industry expert, I'm guessing you know a few of industry experts out there. You're part of a group, a club, a chamber, a networking thing. You've spoke on a summit. You know other speakers. you've done something where you know someone and you should be their hero and ours and introduce us to them too so that we can feature them. Now, before we say goodbye, we're going to grab some final thoughts. Charlie, what's a final thought you can leave the audience with?
Just just be the CEO of your life, or else work with someone else.
Ah, love that. Love that. Jessper, anything else about your business we didn't cover? And give us a final thought.
Yes, there's a assessment that I like to use. It's called Behavioral Elements, and it was founded by Jay Johnson, who is a TEDx speaker. And he mentions that there are 4 different elements that really describe different people's behavior. There's water, there's air, there's fire, and there's earth. The water, these are the people who really are driven to bond. They like teamwork, they like collaboration. Airs, these are the people who are the creatives. They just like, as the metaphor goes, they throw spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks. And they love brainstorming. Then we have the fires. They view life as a competition. You give them a sales goal and they are after it. But they really enjoy that process. And then we have the earth, and these are the people who are process oriented. They like to stay organized because when you're organized, everything flows smoothly.
That's interesting. I feel like I'm a little piece of all of those.
Everyone has a little bit of each element.
That's right. That's right. So is that your final thought for the day, Jessper?
Actually, the thought I wanted to share is there is a mathematical equation that I like to share with everyone. I know nobody was expecting some math, but it has an impact on your business. And it is dreaming plus doing equals innovating. Dreaming, stay focused on the vision, the mission. And then doing, take action. And as a result, you'll be innovating and creating new ideas out there. And if you look at the most valuable brands in the world, Apple, Google, Microsoft, they're dreaming. They're throwing new ideas out there. They're taking action on those ideas. And as a result, they've become the most innovative companies in the world. So dreaming plus doing equals innovating.
I love that. I don't normally share a personal final thought, but I had such a great book club and masterminding this morning in the group that I'm in. And we talked about choose, decide, commit. And commit means, are you in breakfast? Are you the eggs or the bacon? Because eggs are involved, but bacon is committed. They have given their life for that breakfast. So choose, decide, commit, and act. Take action. So I had to throw that out there because it works so well with Jessper's advice. I have loved having you gentlemen on today. I hope you've loved being here as much as I've loved having you. Thank you for being our audience. Thank you for sharing and following us. It means so much to all of us. And until the next Profound Professionals, I'm still your host, Jessica Koch. And as always, I'm going to say, be kind to yourself out there and be kind to each other. Bye, everybody. And we are done streaming.